bass fishing with Randy. 20 minutes trying to catch a bass at the pond. Let's see if we can do it. You only got 30 minutes in a day, go to the pond. Catch a frickin' bass real quick. I want to show you, I'm going to throw a little tiny, I think that's a whopper plopper, not a chopo. I think that's monkey butt color chopo. And I'm going to follow that up with the old 5-inch black Cinco. I'm going to just throw it along the wall over here and see if we can catch a bass or two. So we're going to look at the pond and we're going to go along this wall. Already I'm seeing some fish. Oh, stay away. No, don't. Get out of here. Keep going. God, they thought about landing right here. Assholes. Stupid geese, man. Ruining everything. Stay away from my area, will you? Alright. I'm throwing this on this giant, old Shimano Corrado that I got basically given to me. And they said, oh, it doesn't throw well. Well, I threw it. Felt fine. And it has monofilament on it because I took my kids to catch crappie. And so I think this will work really well with a whopper plopper. Got this on a medium cherry wood. It's just high profile. See how high it sits in my hand? I like to really just have a low profile and cover up the whole thing with my hand. But whatever. I'm gonna hit these edges. Looks like there's a bunch of frickin' leaves in the water. Let's get to fishing though. Oh, I happen to be right under a tree. Looks like I'm right under a tree. You might want to not overhand cast. I'm only going to throw a few over here because there's just a few little area drop-offs and I have to weave through all these dang leaves. That might end up being the downfall to the whopper plopper today, is the leaves. I do like the color. Alright, that's about all I want right there. I'm going to start throwing along this wall. Let's grab this is the hardest part. I need to have somebody following me behind me with my wacky worm. Because what I do typically is I'll throw this out. If I get a blow up and they miss it, I can get it with my wacky. Or I can throw out my wacky worm, or I can throw out my Cinco and catch that fish. But it's pretty hard to throw a bait caster with one hand and reel and all that, so come on. So we're going to focus on the whopper plopper for now. I'm going to keep throwing it under here. Yes, I see some followers there. They're bluegill. So far we've gotten pretty lucky with the leaves. Not very lucky with the bass. I see a bunch of activity over here. I know there's a brush pile right here, so I'm gonna fan cast a few. I just went over a leaf and ruined it. So there you go, first leaf of the day. I'm gonna fan cast this way. I know there's a brush pile right here somewhere. You never know. Could call them up. I always do a pretty quick retrieve with the whopper plopper. And I really try to not let it splash when it hits too much and let it move. Now the bigger the chopo or the bigger the whopper plopper you get, the less likely it's gonna not splash. I mean, it's gonna splash when it hits. But the key is, I really do think, is just retrieving it right away. So it doesn't really splash and set, it splashes and starts moving. Man, I would think if the topwater were the deal today that we would probably have gotten a bite, or at least a blow up by now. We'll work this whole wall just in case. But man, I'm pretty sure we should get something by now. Let's get real close to the wall here. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's hard to not just ski him right in. There we go. Right into the tree. This is one of those ones that's gonna, when he moves, he's gonna get me hooked. Please don't move. It's just skin hooked. He just caught himself. I mean, that's kind of how it happens. They're gonna hit you and they get caught up, and you just kind of pull it. It is cool. Usually with my whopper plopper fish, especially tournament fishing, I use the big old whopper plopper that's with like 65-pound test on a heavy action rod. This is on a medium with tiny mono, so it feels a lot heavier, and that's gonna happen when you're catching a little 8-inch fish like this. But hey, he looks kind of full. All right, you ready to go back, buddy? Let's let him go back here.
All right, I wanna go. Watch bass fishing with Randy. I'm gonna get bigger. Eee.
All right. Can't believe he decided to do a promo for this channel right at the last minute. It's very selfless of him. Alright, let's see if we can get another one of his buddies over here.